What's up everyone, this is CyberKnight8610, and again, more cards from Primal Origin, just because I love to spam you guys lately, right? Sorry for people that maybe aren't enjoying all the spam, but there's a lot to talk about, and I wanted to cover a lot of these different cards. Hopefully more of you are enjoying it than not. I always feel bad about doing that, you know, having like a day where I'm just like spamming you guys with a bunch of videos, but hopefully most of you are enjoying it. Anyway, these three cards are just kind of a little bit more random cards. They're from like different archetypes and stuff, but I wanted to kind of just talk about them all in one video. Alright, so first off we have Forbidden Book. So yes, it's another one of those forbidden cards like Lance, Chalice, and Dress, I believe, are the other ones. It's a quick play spell card, and its effect is, during damage calculation of a battle in which two monsters are battling each other, until the end of the damage step, negate the effects of all other cards on the field. Also, damage calculation for this battle will be performed by using the original attack and defense of those monsters. What does it do? Well, basically, it negates things like Honest, Colute, Bajingi Crane. I mean, you know, main cards like that. I'm sure there's more out there, but those are just kind of the main ones off the top of my head. It's probably a little bit better for the OCG, seeing as I believe they still have two Honests to deal with, and Honest is probably the best of all of those types of cards like that. I mean, you know, it's kind of the king of those types of cards where you think, oh, okay, I can easily run over this monster. Nope, Honest. So it can really change things. So this can actually negate it. So this card could actually be side decked against anything that uses Honest, which is basically anything that uses light monsters, really. And Bujins, because of Bajingi Crane. And, of course, I guess Blackwings. Supposedly Blackwings are going to be getting more support anyway in the future in that Dragon set, the Dragon Legend set that we'll be getting soon. So maybe, you know, with them getting stronger, this is kind of a way to maybe go against them. So yeah, not really that bad of a card. I like it. I don't really like it as much as Lance because, well, Lance is pretty much useful against everything, anything and everything. But this card I think will be very useful against certain decks. So not bad. It will be a good side deck card. Alright, we also have our next Mega Monarch. We have Thestalos, the Mega Monarch. Of course, I guess this is the next in line. I think they're kind of doing it by the release of how the original Monarchs, and yeah, I guess that's how they're doing it, because I think it was time for Thestalos. I guess next will be Zaborg, if I'm not mistaken. Anyway, though, this is a level 5 Fire Pyro type effect monster, 2,800 attack, 1,000 defense. Its effect is you can tribute summon this card by tributing one tribute summoned monster. When this card is tribute summoned, look at your opponent's hand and discard one card. If it was a monster, inflict 200 damage to your opponent for each level that monster has. If this card was tributed by tribute summoning a fire monster, add this additional effect. Inflict 1,000 damage to your opponent. So yeah, it's not really bad. It's what I would expect from the Thestalos card, right? Thestalos never was really one of the better monarchs. It's one I've always liked, because I always read like the art style and stuff. I know. You guys know that's how I pick my favorite cards, right? But I've always really liked that about it. And yeah, this one is just not really one of the stronger cards. I mean, I expect a lot more from Caius and Ryza, and maybe even Zaborg, honestly, because I'm more interested in seeing what those Mega Monarchs are going to do. I think they're the ones that are going to really change it and make it more Mega Monarchs. It's kind of hard to say. Will be very powerful, but this is not really it just yet. The ability to be able to look your opponent's hand, I mean, that in itself is awesome. And then being able to discard one of those cards, you can inflict a lot of damage to your opponents using a lot of high-level monsters, which is good. And also the additional effect thing is alright. Inflicting 1,000 damage, I mean, maybe if it was a little bit more, like 2,000 damage or something, I could kind of get behind it a little bit more. It would be a lot stronger. Other than that, I mean, it's kind of, I feel like it's kind of what we expected. I mean, Thestalos is a cool monarch, but he's never really, ironically, a cool monarch. Awful joke. And, but he isn't... we didn't really expect the Mega Monarch to be really a game changer, I'll say. So yeah, I'm hoping the other Mega Monarchs though will be a little bit more impressive and something that will really make the archetype a little better. This one just really isn't it. But I'm hoping it will still be usable for some people. I like the art style too. You guys know that. And Dustins, of course. I really love this archetype, believe it or not. Starduston for this one. This isn't really the one we were thinking we were getting, right? I don't know if you saw on Facebook, some of you may have, that they had a Dustin card that looked like a mini Stardust Dragon. I mean, basically, it looked like a baby version of it or something. I don't know, kind of weird. But yeah, evidently it wasn't all a lie, in a way, even though it doesn't look like a mini Stardust Dragon, it's still Starduston, so I guess I can see how they were able to fake something like that. Anyway, it is a dark level 1 fiend type. It has a question mark for its attack and defense. Its effect is it cannot be normal summon or set. This card must be special summoned by sending any number of Dustin monsters you control to the graveyard, at least one minimum. And it cannot be special summoned by other ways. This card's attack and defense are equal to the number of Dustin monsters sent for its special summon times 1000. Your opponent cannot activate set spell or trap cards, they cannot flip or special summon monsters, and if you control more monsters than your opponent does, destroy this card. Basically, yeah, this is something that could really help out Dustins. Dustins have always been more... They're actually really annoying. You would think, I mean, with all the stuff I said about Jackpot 7, which, I mean, this isn't really an instant win condition type deck, but it's not really one of the decks that I usually like using because it is kind of cheap sometimes. I mean, you kind of lock down your opponent, you summon this, you're beating them with these dust particles, basically, which is funny in itself, and you can get their attacks really high. I mean, you know, I have been testing out the Goblin King version. I think I even uploaded, like, the OTK to that once before. And I really do like this archetype, though. I can't help it. It's a lot of fun. I think this card will really help them out, and maybe kind of stray away from the Goblin King thing and make it where it's a little bit more of an archetype where it's all Dustin cards you'll be using. And I can't wait to see what they're going to do. I wonder if Dustins will actually be something we're going to see at tournaments and stuff, because they're actually pretty impressive. But yeah, tell me what you guys think about these 3 cards. Which one are you more interested in, or if any? And if there's any other cards from Primal Origin that I haven't talked about yet that you want me to talk about, of course, tell me in the comments, and I'll try to get to those as soon as possible. Alright, so yeah, and also tell me, what Monarch are you most excited about getting a Mega version? I'm going to assume most people are going to say Caius, but I'm kind of wondering what Ryza and Zaborg are going to do. Zaborg was always outclassed by Caius, so I'm hoping maybe somehow he'll be a little bit different in the Mega and still be very useful. As always, though, thank you for watching. Remember to come rate and subscribe, and I will catch you guys later. See ya.